How's everyone doing? So, welcome. Hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. This little bit of a shit that's been going on. Today, a political pundit named Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He is in America. He was a right-wing political pundit. I'm sure with the meme culture and how everything was, he was memed to death, both by the right and the left, and even South Park. He was shot in the neck and had passed away at the thing he was doing. He was doing a talk to some college students, and it was outside, so that's how that happened. It's kind of sad. Like I was never a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. He was just mean to death, so it is kind of relevant to popular culture. There's a lot of things we can talk about right now. If you're religious, please pray for his wife and kids. They're not going to have a great day, obviously. And he, look, he was only 31 years old. He was younger than my brother. He was a year older than my sister-in-law. All right. As much as I didn't like a lot of his opinions on certain things, specifically Israel, but foreign policy in general, I didn't like his foreign policy takes. Other than that, we pretty much agreed on everything else. Except for maybe a few other little things. He's a little bit too socially liberal for me. But that's besides the point. As much as I could disagree with him, I can't say I ever hated the guy. Seemed like a decent individual, at least from afar. Was a father. He should be at home right now, hugging his kids. Not in a hospital bed or refrigerator. Or a metal slab. He should be with his wife and kids, and it kind of sucks. Now, with that said, and this isn't against his family or using his name for the incorrect cause or whatever, but like, what's the right gonna do now? Because I'll tell you right now, I hate to tell you all this, but I'm very right-wing. Like, I make no bones about it. Like, and I'm using it from your prism of right-wing. For whatever reason, you have me at like a libertarian right. I don't understand how the logic of that is, because a lot of my views aren't libertarian at all. So there's that. The Overton window is a joke of a political compass test. It's garbage. It's a psychology test that doesn't work because psychology's trash. And it sucks to have someone that young who has kids, who has a whole life ahead of him, just get it taken away. Sucks for dumb shit, for stupid political bullshit, and it's horrible. But the reality is the right has to do something now. The right has to do something. And I don't mean the right as in Trump or the right as in Republicans. I mean the actual right needs to fucking do something. Because we've gone through now it's been over a decade now. This all started in 2013. All this bullshit started in 2013. It's been over a fucking decade now. When is the right actually gonna fucking do anything? Because what you're gonna end up doing is getting us all fucking killed. Just like you got your fucking friend Kirk killed. Because you wanted to play it peacefully. Well, we've done that. We've done it for over fucking 10 years. It's been 12 years now? 12 fucking years now, I don't even like Kirk that much. He seemed like a good dude, a good individual, someone who had a couple of stupid bad takes, but other than that, it pisses me off that my own fucking side doesn't do shit. Right now, we should have already fought and won a fucking civil war because of the summer of 2020 by itself, just that one fucking event. But now, I'm sitting here watching a bunch of right-wing retards who don't know their ass from their fucking face sit here and bitch on fucking Twitter over a guy who got killed for his political beliefs and being at least moderately right-wing. And I'm supposed to sit here and think I have a fucking chance to do anything besides die while all you stupid moderate fucking Republican pieces of shit are supposed to be on my fucking side? I'm gonna end up dead like your fucking friend. That's what's gonna happen. So is every other right-winger, by the way. By the way, all of you that voted for Trump, I don't care what side of political aisle you're on, you're gonna get fucking killed the next time there's a Democratic president. The fucking next time. Do you understand that? Do any of you fucking understand what's actually going on? The right hasn't won anything, period, for the last 125 fucking years. And you're gonna sit there and tell me we're winning because Trump's in office? Fuck you. You're all fucking retarded as fuck. You don't know your ass from your fucking face. You're gonna get everyone who's right of center fucking killed because you want to play it peacefully. It's been a fucking decade. Grow a fucking pair for a second. You do realize what this means, right? Do you know what this means? This should have happened when Trump was almost assassinated. This should have happened when Obama fucking sycophants sat there and called us racist because we didn't agree with him on gun policy. That's when it should have fucking happened. But no, we're gonna wait another fucking decade. By then the right will be dead. Gone forever. Poof. Why? Because you have a bunch of fucking liberals. And I'll fucking name them right fucking now. I can go through a list, even ones that are crying about Charlie Kirk. Let's start with Misfit Patriot. Liberal fuckface, you're not right wing. Let's start with that one. That milquetoast little piece of shit is one of the ones who are going to tell you, don't be mean, don't do this, don't do that, while your kids are being molested, mutilated, your wife's being raped, and you're bleeding out. That's who's in charge of your fucking party today. Republicans, right-wingers, who's in charge of your party today? A bunch of liberal faggots. Who want you dead? Who want you while you're dying to watch your wife get raped, your kid get molested. That's who's in charge of your fucking party now. Congratulations, MAGA. Congratulations. You got someone who was at least moderately right-wing killed. Thanks so much. You worthless sacks of fucking shit. You stand for nothing and you are nothing. You're garbage people who bitch on the fucking internet. The reality is, we should have been at war with each other fucking 3 decades ago. Almost 15 years ago. Okay? That's when we should have been at war the first fucking time with each other. Much less the rest of this shit that's been going on since then. You're gonna sit there and fucking tell me that I'm supposed to listen to you now? How about this? Tim Pool, go fuck yourself. You're a garbage person. Phil Labat, fuck yourself. You're a garbage person. I'm gonna go down a whole fucking list of people who said be peaceful during the 2020 summer of love. Jeremy from the Quartering, go fuck yourself. You're garbage. Steven Crowder, garbage. Garbage. You got your fucking friend killed. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? You got him fucking killed. All of you. We're not done. Ben Shapiro. I don't even consider him right wing. The whole Daily Wire. All of them. Pick one. You got your friend killed. All because you wanted the right to stay peaceful. How about this? How about this for a fucking change? How about the faggots, the liberals who are in charge of the right wing today? Sit down and shut the fuck up and never talk again, and maybe we'll fucking spare you when it comes time. Maybe. But the reality is, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen because of all the faggots like Steven Crowder, like Jeremy from the Quartering, like D-Day Cobra. All of them. Pick one. Pick a fucking MAGA / political commentator that's right wing, but is really just a fucking liberal LARPing as right wing. Pick fucking one. That's who's in charge of the right now. That's who's in charge. Not Candace Owens. Not some dumb nig bitch who thinks Jews are bad. Okay? That's not who's in fucking charge. You know who else in charge? Ian Carroll. Another one that everybody spurged out about for about 3 weeks. The liberals who are LARPing as right wing because of Trump. They were spurging on him because of his anti-Israel takes or whatever. He's not the leader of the party. The leader of the party right fucking now, the leader of the right, the whole right wing in America right now, is a bunch of fucking liberals who should have their heads stopped in for telling us to be peaceful for so fucking long. That's who. That's who's in charge of us right now. A bunch of worthless faggots that couldn't kill a fucking fly. That's who we're dealing with. That's who the right's dealing with right now. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of people who I agree with, who I would greatly appreciate joining my side in the right, because they won't make their stance clear on this because, you know, political figure, can't call us for violence, blah, blah, blah. I'm not calling for violence. I'm talking about what should have happened, not what is happening, not what should happen right now, what should have already happened. You got your friend killed. All of you. All of you. Tim Pool, Phil Labonte, Steven Crowder, the whole Timcast crew, pick one, don't care. All of them. All of them. Jerry from the Quartering, his whole crew, everybody. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer, name a person who's right wing. Bruh, y'all got your friend killed. Y'all got your friend killed. That's what happened. That's what just fucking happened today. You all got your friend fucking killed because in 2020, when BLM and other leftists started fucking rioting in cities, you told the right does not do something about it. And we didn't. When we should have just murked every person who was rioting. That's what should have fucking happened. We should have all been Kyle Rittenhouse. That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. We should have all been Kyle Rittenhouse. And then you had the demoralizing situation of people like Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny and others that have been locked up for saving their own family, friends, and even strangers on their behalf because they were being attacked by a homeless piece of shit or a rioter or whatever. Here's the reality. It doesn't matter what actually happens, like why Charlie Kirk is dead, why someone shot him, who shot him. It doesn't even matter. Because it doesn't matter whether it could have been a further right guy who shot him. It doesn't matter. Everyone's going to blame the left anyways. So it doesn't matter what actually happened. It doesn't. What matters is that because you all wanted to wait and wait and wait and wait until, I guess, we lose power, because this was going to happen. You do understand that, right? Like, whenever the economy's shit, because Trump ain't saving the economy. Nobody is, by the way. It's not just a shit. This is not a shit on Trump. I think Trump's a bitch, but that's a different story. No one's going to fix the economy. Not one fucking person. Not one president. Nobody. So the fact that we're sitting here wishing someone who was a 31-year-old father who all he did was talk to people didn't get shot because he was actually peaceful, your friends got you killed, man. I hate to tell you that. Your friends got you killed. The right wing right now is going to get every other right winger killed. Murdered. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. Because there's two things that are going to happen. Trump's not going to do anything because he's too weak. He cares too much of what liberals want him to do, or leftists want him to do, and liberals, by the way. He should stop caring about those people because those people are fucking worthless in reality. The only thing liberals have done is made the Constitution and then get mad when we say, hey, you shouldn't change that. That's what they've done for the past 200 and almost 50 years. If it isn't 50. No. One more year, it's 50. So, this is the reality, man. We're at a standing point right now that I'm sorry if there isn't any reaction from any right wingers after this. We're done. The right wing's gone. You've given up. The reality of the world is that ideas are only as good as the violence that backs them. That's the reality of the world. Doesn't matter how good your ideas are. Doesn't matter how good intent they are, how good natured they are. Doesn't matter if they're actually good ideas that work practically. It doesn't fucking matter. If it's not enforced, then it's fucking worthless. And we're learning that. We've already learned this. We've already known this our whole entire lives, yet nobody seems to understand that for some fucking reason in 2025. What happens when you don't pay your taxes? What happens when you, it's just force. Break a law? Force. It's all based on force. So I suggest to many young American males who can legally leave the fucking country, leave. Don't come back. Especially if you're white. Go to a place where there's white people, though. Unfortunately, I have a son, so I can't leave. I also wouldn't leave. And look, like I said, I have no ill will towards these people besides telling them the truth. They got their friend killed, murdered, executed, assassinated. Whatever fucking word you want to use, I don't really care. Because you did. And that seemingly good man, I don't know if he was or not, I'm just assuming from afar he seems like a good man, is now fucking dead, and he has two fatherless children now? For what? So you could be peaceful? So you could be correct because violence bad or something? Alright, dude. If you feel good waking up tomorrow, any of the mainstream right-wing commentators, if you feel good at all waking up tomorrow, or for the rest of your fucking life, don't ever fucking wake up in a good mood ever again. You shouldn't be able to. As a matter of fact, your whole life should be filled with dread right now, from now until the day you fucking die. Because you got someone who was well-meaning and wanted to do it the way you all said for him to do it, and you got him fucking killed for it. Congratulations. You did it. And yeah, this is on your hands too. You can sit there and say, oh, it's only on the left's hands, or it's only on the shooter's hands. No, it's on the mainstream right-wing commentators' hands, period. They boosted him up into popularity. Without you all, he wouldn't have been as popular. That's just a fact. He still might have been popular. I'm not saying he wouldn't have been popular. I'm saying he wouldn't have been as popular. That's just a fucking fact. The right wing actually needs to, the real right wing needs to actually fucking do something in retaliation. I'm not calling for it, but if they don't, that means the right's gone in my book. And that means I have nothing to fight for anymore, as far as politically speaking. And once I have nothing to fight for politically speaking, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do as far as like getting my way. If it resorts to violence, okay. If it doesn't, okay. It won't matter to me because I've given up on politics as a whole. The only reason I voted for Trump this term is because he's the only one that was worth a fuck in the Republican Party. And that's not saying much. And he's been completely fucking worthless this whole damn time. He's been completely fucking worthless this whole damn... Oh, he shut the border. Cool. He did one fucking thing. He's supporting people. No, he ain't. You would have been better at having an open hunting season on them people than you would have trying to deport them. Everyone knew that. Everyone. None of the things that... I mean, granted, again, the only reason I voted for Trump was to piss off liberals and leftists. And some of the really extreme right that I don't align with. Because I'm pretty extreme right, but I'm not retarded, so... But no. Between this and that Ukrainian girl that we talked about last night while I was playing Pokemon with a friend, yeah. I think it's time for the right and white people to say, fuck it, we're done. Stop being nice. Just fucking stop, dude. That's the whole problem with the right. We gotta be nice. We gotta be nice. The main reason why I left the church, that's one of the main reasons, one of many, but like the top three main reasons were you should be nicer. Reformed hoes got pushed up. By the way, this is the early 2000s. This is a problem now, but it's been a problem for a long time. Reformed hoes are boosted in the church, whereas virgin women who stayed virgins until marriage or even are still virgins because they're not married yet were treated like second-class citizens. And by the way, this is happening at a lot of different churches. This isn't just like one church. This was happening in the Catholic Church. This was happening in Presbyterian churches, Baptist churches. All this shit's been happening in those places for a long time because I went around to different churches to try to stay in church. So, and I gave up after I went around to a bunch of churches and prayed on it and I never got a fucking answer. I'm not saying there isn't a God. I'm saying that I don't know who the fuck that God is. And apparently neither does his people. Because if they did, they wouldn't do half the shit that they fucking do anyways. Especially the ones who got Kirk killed. Because the reality is that, yeah, we make fun of Charlie Kirk because he's got such milquetoast, moderate positions. I'll sit there and make fun of him all day. But I don't mean anything by it. I don't mean anything serious by it. I don't want to go throw hands with him or get in a conflict with him. I just think he was too tame. I think his ideas on Israel were stupid. I think his talking to challenge kids, whether it be through debate or actually just speaking, was actually good. He was very conservative in the sense that he was a Christian, even though I didn't agree with his taste of Christianity. I mean, he was probably the most milquetoast right-winger that existed, and they killed him. So what does it tell you? I'll tell you exactly what it tells you. The left wants anyone who's right-wing, their kids molested and mutilated, their women raped in front of them, and in front of the right-wingers, and the right-wingers bleeding out slowly while all this is happening. That's what they want. And you want me to believe that I give a flying fuck about what Steven Crowder has to say? That milquetoast faggot wants you to believe I should listen to him? The milquetoast faggot Tim Pool thinks I should listen to him about anything? Anything? Bro, you got your buddy killed. I hate to tell you this, but you got your buddy killed. That's what fucking happened. If you would have just let things run its nature in 2020, most of this political strife would have been over by now. If not all of it. We might have been cleaning up the mess. That's what might have happened. But no, we gotta listen to these people tell us to be nice. Well, you're not my friend because we've seen how your things turn out. And yes, I know it's kind of mean to chastise a bunch of people who lost a friend from someone who shot him in the neck at an event that he was holding and tell them they're the blame. They aren't the main to blame. They are to blame, though. And Charlie was also one of these guys, but I think it's only because he listened to other people around him. He's not hanging out with what people would call the dregs of the right-wing movement. Be it the right wing. Be it racial supremacist, non-racial supremacist, sexist, non-sexist. There's a whole bunch of dregs to the right wing that nobody talks about. And I'll tell you right now, it's not MAGA. MAGA are a bunch of fucking liberals that are LARPing as right wing and already turned the Republican Party into Democrat 2.0. It's already a leftist party. Trump is a Democrat. What, because he was a Democrat from the 90s doesn't mean he's not a Democrat now? No, he's a Democrat now. You gotta remember, Democrats still hold their views from the 90s and newer views today. They didn't lose those views. The only ones that they lost were the ones that conflicted with each other. That's it. Do you not understand that? They had the same fucking views from 30 fucking years ago. But you're acting like Trump is some right-wing figure. No, he's a liberal faggot, just like the rest of the liberal faggots that are in the Republican Party right now. Behind MAGA, the neocons, they were always liberal faggots, but they're called neocons. Rhinos, also another term for neocons and other Republicans that are liberal, who weren't a part of the neocon crew. You guys ever going to learn? Is the right wing in this country ever going to fucking learn? The people you're listening to have no use for you. As a matter of fact, you're just going to end up like Charlie. Because of them. Because we're going to sit there and listen to a bunch of fucking faggots who call themselves right wing. They hold, maybe the only right wing principle they hold is Christianity and guns. The rest is just liberal bullshit or libertarian bullshit. Yeah. We're supposed to listen to these people? Now, some of them have become more conservative, and maybe this will push them more conservative to where they're supposed to fucking be. But chances are they're not going to. They're going to sit there and cry and whine about what happened to Charlie Kirk instead of actually doing anything about it. I don't expect them. Don't expect them to tell them be peaceful. Anyone right now on any platform telling the right wing to be peaceful, they're either scared because they're not right wing and they know it, but they voted for Trump, or they're retarded. They're the only two people. That in turn makes Steven Crowder a fucking retard. Same with Tim Pool, same with all of them. Look, they can have all the money they want. They can be rich as fuck. They can do whatever the fuck they want. That's not even the problem. The problem is they got and post a message about their political ideology, and they do not, and they rail against the opposite political ideology. They do not prescribe anything to anybody. They just say, be peaceful. Vote. We're not voting our way out of this. I hate to tell you all this. We're not. There's no chance for saving the country in any way, shape, or form by voting. Proven this election more so than every other election beforehand. Because Trump has just pretty much caved on fucking everything but closing the border. He should have done is a lot of things. What he's going to do is none of it. Not enough of it anyways. And we're just supposed to be okay because we got some fucking bullshit like, oh, we deported like 100,000 fucking illegal immigrants the whole time Trump was here. There's like millions here, bro. It wouldn't be shocking if a third of this country is illegal immigrants. It would not shock me at all. A third. It wouldn't, like, everything that's going on is all because the media, both the alternate media, the right-wing mainstream media, the leftist media, they're all telling us to just sit there and take it. And we have been, and we need to stop. Yes. What are you talking about? I don't think you understand, like, my actual political opinion. I think anyone who is a liberal or further left should be wiped off of this country's map. Period. Because we've listened to them for definitely the past 10 fucking years. 15 years. And look where it's got us. Trump's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. We have a dead commentator. We had Trump almost be assassinated. We had riots from literally 2013 to 2021. Like, what the fuck has happened the past 15 years? Nothing. The right hasn't won anything. The right's lost. They've been losing for the past 125 years. The only reason the shakeup has happened in the past 15 to 20 years is because progressives went crazy. Liberals said, fuck that, we're leaving them and going to go try to help the right wing. And they forgot that the right wing hates them too. It's not because of Kirk. It's just another flashing point that something should have happened. What's up? Yeah, we should have been a civil war at least the latest 2020. The summer of 2020. When the BLM riots were happening. That's what should have happened. Every right-winger who lived anywhere near any of those cities that were rioting should have been Kyle Rittenhouse. Every single fucking one of them. That's what should have happened. No one wants to talk about that. That's what should have happened. But no, we had faggots on the internet lying about it, but telling us to be peaceful. That's what happened. And we're supposed to just be nice about everything. I'm sorry, I don't want my kid mutilated. I don't want my fucking kid starving. I don't want to be dead. And I don't want any future woman that I'm attached to in some way to be raped in front of me. Sorry, I just don't. Because that's what they want of you. That's what the left wants. They want you dead, bleeding out, laying there, bleeding out, watching your wife get raped while your kid gets molested and mutilated. That's what they want. That's how much they don't like you. But what they tend to forget is that those same people are also just fucking normal liberals. They're not extreme leftists. I don't know what you all are talking about. Have you ever talked to an actual liberal? Like what they actually think of like conservative ideology? Who will actually be honest with you about it? The best way to do this is to just not tell them your political leanings. Just say, I'm kind of neutral on everything. They don't really care. And they'll tell you their actual... Yeah, he didn't get shot, he's dead. Charlie Kirk died. He's gone. He was shot in the neck. I can't show it because of the graphic nature, but he gets shot right here. The bullet hits here. Right here. Blood starts pouring out. That's what happens. I knew he was dead when it fucking happened. When I saw the video, I was like, he's dead. He's not living. Yeah, he's dead. He's not living. That's exactly what I said when I first saw it. I was like, oh, he's dead. Everybody on Twitter was like, hold on, he's not dead yet. We don't know that for sure. Like, dude, he got shot in the fucking neck. He's dead, dude. I'm gonna be honest when I see something. It's like, if he lived that, I would be more shocked if he lived through that than if he died through it. Like, I would actually be, how did you fucking live? That's exactly what I would say. Like, how? Nah, he was dead. He was dead. He was dead. Everybody was on Twitter and all the commentators that were live at the moment it happened. They were all like, Whoa. We don't know if he's dead yet. Dude, I saw that video that you shared. He's fucking dead, bruh. Like, he's dead. I knew it when I saw him get hit. Now, if he got shot in the chest, right? Then I'd be like, ugh, he could die. It's like a 50-50 shot at that point, but like he got shot right in the fucking neck, dude. And it sucks. He didn't do anything. Dude, he was the one dude who's like, I just want to talk to people. Like, that's what he was brought up through. All these right-wing media heads, talking heads, who are way more famous than him, push him up, and then stuff starts getting real bad. And those same talking media heads tell you, be peaceful, for a fucking decade now, to the right. And now their friend's dead because the one who wanted to be peaceful, who was brought up that way, is now dead? What? Like, dude. Like, I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. I know a little bit. I've watched some of his stuff. I'm not a huge fan. Right? But there's no reason that a father of two who was 31 should be dead right now because their friends were like, oh, well, everybody's got to be peaceful. That shouldn't be a thing. And it's fucking sad. It's sad that Charlie Kirk had to pay the ultimate price for just being right wing in America. That's all he did. And he was a moderate right winger. He wasn't and I'm using the Overton window when I say right wing right now because everybody understands that, even though I think it's the most retarded fucking thing on the face of the planet. Everyone understands that, right? He's like a libertarian almost. And they're fucking spurging about him? Dude. I know some very, very, very far right wingers in my own personal life. If the left knew the ideas of some of these people that I know, they wouldn't even know what to call them because they wasted Nazi on someone like Charlie Kirk, who was milquetoast as fuck. And it's sad that the most milquetoast person in the right-wing party fucking gets killed for his political beliefs. He didn't have one extreme belief. Not one. And it's fucking disgusting. And it's bad because I think this hits a little bit harder for me as far as like knowing his age and stuff. If I didn't know his age ever, I knew it when he started doing stuff because they were, he was on podcasts being interviewed and stuff. So, he's really close to my sister-in-law's age, like a year apart. And my brother's only, like 2 years older than him. So it hits pretty hard when someone that age gets killed like that, for me. Because it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I want to be able to do anything because he's all the way in Utah or whatever, but like, what the fuck am I how the fuck am I supposed to protect my brother? How am I supposed to protect my family? It doesn't even matter if the guns are there. Everybody's going to the left's going to bring up guns. The right's going to say leftists are fucking mentally ill, which is true. But no one's going to talk about it. So nothing's going to get resolved from it. The right's going to stand with their stupid fucking talking points instead of actually retaliating, which is what should have been happening for the past, I don't know, fucking decade. Plus, you're going to bitch about January 6th. People stole some things. Some windows got broken. When y'all bombed the Capitol building in, like, I think 1983. Can the left stop talking, please? The only reason they haven't done anything so extreme besides hurt poor people in poor cities is because they're in power. It's the only reason. And look, I'm not shitting on these people. I agree with 90% of what these people think. Right? Not all of them. Steven Crowder. I agree with most of his stances. Not all of them, but most of them. I just think he's a pussy. Jerry from the Quartering. I don't agree with probably half of his shit. Because he's just a liberal, LARPing as right wing. The left didn't leave him. He turned the right wing left. What was the right wing party left? Or he helped do that. Ben Shapiro was a lost cause a long time ago because he's always been a neocon. I don't know why people liked him. I'll never understand it. But I guess if you're into neocons, it's cool, I guess. Everybody's complaining about what is this? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. Why is this on silent? Hold on. Something going on with the speaker of the house. Talking on C-SPAN. This is a clip. Just saw it pop up on my feed here. Share it. We'll share it.
The chamber and those in the gallery, please
I don't know if you guys can hear it.
A prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family.
I don't think you guys can. Let's try it now. How high does this go? All the way up.
The chair would ask that all members present in the chamber and those in the gallery please rise for a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family.
Are those Democrats sitting down? What is going on here? The moment of silence for Charlie Kirk and his family.
For what purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. Shh. The House will be in order.
Bickering about. Can't really hear it. Twitter sucks. Their audio fucking sucks.
The House will be in order. We will join prayer right after this, okay? The chair lays before the House a communication. The House will be in order.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have a point there, but like, just shit, dude. Just shit's going on. I mean, these people are fucking insane. I don't even know how you live with people like this. Like how and the worst part is fucking every time I watch Charlie Kirk talk to anybody, he's the most polite person ever. It's like, dude, there's so many times where if I was Charlie, I would have smacked the fuck out of the person trying to talk to me. if they talk to me the way that they talk to Charlie sometimes. Honestly, I would literally just get up and smack the fucking shit out of him. That's what would have happened. Is Sam Hyde going? Was that Sam Hyde? Sam Hyde going off? He should be. Everybody right now should be pissed off. Everyone. It doesn't matter what side of the political aisle. You should be pissed off. Because no offense to anyone, whether you agreed with him or not, he didn't do anything wrong. He just had a belief system that you all didn't like. It's just insanity to me. It's just crazy. Like, the amount of goofiness. I was watching that coverage because I was bored. Let's see. Fuck is CNN doing? I'm glad this is the top one. Those poor kids, man. And his wife. Poor kids, especially. No, they don't have Charlie Kirk shooter, by the way. He got away. They arrested somebody that was apparently involved, but they didn't do the shooting. Oh my god. I can't stand this country anymore, dude. Twitter broke. Or X broke. Just bring it back up. I don't know what else to say about this besides it's fucked. Like I said, I wasn't a huge Charlie Kirk fan. I didn't hate the guy. We had some disagreements and policies and politics, but for the most part, we agreed. And I mean, people don't realize this. He could have been a future president. He could have been a future congressperson. He could have been a future anything. Just a political pundit his whole life. It wouldn't have mattered. It just took a father away from their fucking kids, dude. Well, apparently this is a thing. That was on X. Interesting. We'll see what happens there. What was the date on that? I had the date on that. 1T? The fuck does 1T mean? I feel like this is fake. Because usually it's a timestamp, right? Yeah, right there after this. 1T. I mean, just in case the FBI should check it out, see where it came from, but. What about this one? This is a different one. Yeah, yesterday was the 9th. So that was at 12:37 p.m. I'm assuming that was like sometime shortly after. Yeah, it's just kind of disgusting, man. Right now, my whole feed, both following and for you, is going to be nothing but Charlie Kirk because I've been looking at it through Twitter all day. So, oh, you like Charlie Kirk stuff? Here's more Charlie Kirk stuff. That's not why I'm on here, dickhead. I wouldn't be crying. It is upsetting though. No, I'm good. Thank you. But like, my dad is a centrist, by the way. Enough is enough. There needs to be a reckoning. Yeah. Dude, people are done, man. People are fucking done with all this bullshit. People are done with the random acts of violence done by minorities and foreigners. People are done with not being able to defend yourself. People, I live in a state right now. I'll tell you right now. I will defend myself, but I will go to jail if I defend myself. I will do it, or my family members. I will do it. I've done it before. I've been to jail because of it. Not prison jail, but I'm going to tell you right now, Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde going off. What is he saying about this? Sam Hyde's fucking G shit. Oh, that was a pin one from his. He's telling Pete Hegseth to do something about it, but he won't. Yeah, fuck off, Kamala Harris. Sam is right about that. But he's not gonna do it, dude. Yep. I wonder what Fuentes is saying about him. Because even though those guys had problems, like as far as like ideologies, it's not. I don't think they ever really hated each other. He might. I mean, Fuentes might be a little butthurt that he wouldn't be able to go on a show or whatever. Correct. I'm gonna put. I'm not gonna add that because I don't know how well they knew each other. But I do agree with that. Exactly. This person right here makes the point. I don't think they understand that Charlie was the nice version. Correct. That is the correct statement. Yep, that's who they are. The nicest one they took out. The nicest one. Now they have nothing but the worst to deal with from here on out. So that's on them now. That's on them. And they're 100% right. And look, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. Didn't hate the guy. Didn't think anything about him besides, I'm not a huge fan of his foreign policy, but I agree with him mostly. That's my take on Charlie Kirk. And now he's dead because he was super nice. Because all his buddies said, keep going, be super nice. While we tell everyone to chill the fuck out. We'll handle that. You go be nice to everybody and talk it out with other people. And now he's gone. All because his own friends couldn't sit there and realize it's going to get worse and worse. And they should be thanking whatever Lord they believe in. That they weren't the one who died. They should be thanking the Lord, whatever Lord they believe in, that they weren't the one who was killed. But no, it was the best one of them all. The nicest one of them all. That's who it was. And the shit they're saying on CNN and MSNBC and shit, you're not angry enough. If you're right wing, you're not angry enough. Even if you're just like a liberal who leans right, you're not angry enough. Nor can you be angry enough. I'm angry because a guy who was peaceful, did his own thing, didn't try to hurt anybody, got murdered because his just fucking, it's so shit all the way around. And yeah, I do blame his commentary buddies for this. I do. Because the reality is, if they would have just let things take their natural course during 2020, saying, hey, don't be violent, don't do this, don't riot, don't go deal with the people in the cities, even if they're in your city. If they didn't do that throughout all of 2020, summer of 2020, we would have been probably done all this by now. We'd probably be cleaning up the mess and rebuilding America for what it is. Was at that point. The fact that nobody, and I repeat, nobody has retaliated yet also pisses me off. I've been so angry for so long that I just do everything angry now. Because my own fucking side's a bunch of pussies. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab something and I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Dustin? They're talking about shit on Twitter too. I'm just on my For You, which I only really look at stuff that I want to look at on Twitter now. Because my feed was full of bullshit that I didn't care about for a long time. So I just started like going to specific pages and just like tapping all their tweets so it fixed my feed. But and this faggot, he deserves the worst of it all. People are so dumb, dude. It's so fucking sad. FYI, yes, he was the nicest guy. By the way, he was the nicest guy. He could have been the diplomat that the left could have used to get the right on their side. For anything. Not anymore. The right's done, dude. And the far right's going to use this more than the mediocre right, the moderate right, the dumb right. The far right is going to use this more than anyone else. And they should. Because even though they didn't like Kirk in some aspects, because he was a Zionist or whatever, you have to admit they probably didn't disagree on very much besides probably foreign policy. Everything else was fine. They haven't caught the shooter yet. They have a guy locked up they think was involved. They're not sure if he was. No, that's too long ago, bro. These are all like repeat. I wish this was in order. Let's see what other people are saying right now on YouTube. Excuse me for the coughing. I forgot he went on whatever. That's funny though. Looks like everybody's talking about it. Not everybody, but everybody's getting there. See, a lot of these guys knew him too. No, it's not if you keep yourself healthy enough. I don't want to listen to Pearl speak. The only reason she pops up is because she's always with other people that I watch. But what's up? Just going over poor Charlie's death. By the way, this is what they thought about you the whole time. FYI, all these people that are cheering on the death of Charlie Kirk, they want that for you too. Just FYI. These people don't like you. They want you dead, bleeding, or they want you bleeding out, watching your wife and child get raped and mutilated. This isn't the extreme left we're talking about either. Just the Democrat Party. The actual party. And like I said, not a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. Didn't hate him. Just wasn't my style of content. Wasn't into debating college kids after the age of, I don't know, 25. So, and I know he's just trying to get a message out there to the kids who are on there, who are watching and stuff. I'm not shitting on him for it. It's just, it's not, it's not my thing. You know what I mean? He also didn't really debate anything of real consequence. He just debated basic, mediocre, right-wing shit. It sucks. See what Fox has to say.
Some plainclothes police officers that were in the crowd as well. We train for these things, and you think you have things covered, and
oh, my volume go up.
Things, unfortunately, they happen. You try to get your bases covered, and unfortunately today we didn't, and because of that we had this tragic incident. So we did have officers there. We had Charlie Kirk's team. He has a security team that travels with him, and they were here with him when he was shot.
Was the gun recovered?
I'm sorry, see?
Was the weapon recovered?
At this point, I can't disclose that.
When Charlie Kirk was shot, there was a question being asked about mass shooting. Was that person apprehended, and do you know who asked that question?
Say the question again. I don't know if I understand what you're saying.
When Charlie Kirk was shot, he was answering a question about mass shootings specifically. Was that person apprehended, and do you know who asked that question?
I do not. We do not have that at this moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for just one more question, so thank you.
Yeah, a question for the chief as well. Was it your team or Kirk's team or a combination of both that kind of set the security protocol for the event?
So we work together. He has his team, and they do this all over the country. We all know that. This is not uncommon for them. They're very comfortable on campuses, and I was coordinating with his lead security guy, and so yeah, we were working together.
Was this a shooter type shot?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's those are all the questions that will be answered.
We don't actually know where the shot came from yet. I don't know if we'll ever know, but we'll see.
We'll be updating you as soon as we have additional information through normal
Not that it really
channels,
matters.
Working with law enforcement. Again, our deepest condolences to the Kirk family and to the students who were there today. I would just ask everyone everywhere to please pray for their family and to pray for our country. We need it now more than ever. Thank you.
Yeah. We better start praying for this country.
To our media partners, we will be sending a release out with updates
Fresh. Or they can fuck off. They're part of the reason why he's dead. Right.
A life was taken. Charlie Kirk was first and foremost a husband and a dad to two young children.
Yeah.
He was also very much politically involved, and that's why he was here on campus. Charlie believed in the power of free speech and debate to shape ideas and to persuade people.
We already know his shtick. We don't need to listen to someone else tell us his shtick. We already knew it. FYI, this is all just a warning piece for you guys. You understand that, right? Like, this is just a warning piece. From the left to normal people and anyone who's on the right. So. Who the fuck is Vigilant Renegade? This is one of the ones that I watched.
Central. Give myself time to get home and start putting things together. And then this news conference that we just conference that we just watched coming up. So I said, let me just go ahead and cut in. I killed the intro. We didn't do the 5-minute intro thing. We just went right into it because it was beginning. We are broadcasting.
Sorry, I'm looking for something to cover.
What the investigation is ongoing. Whoever did this, we will find you, we will try you, and we will hold accountable. So that, again, also Cox saying that this person is being interviewed right now, no identifying information, but it's not George Zinn, who has been seen taken into custody earlier today. Cox says does not believe there is a second person of interest as a suspect right now. So obviously, they are potentially going to lift the lockdown on that campus after people are sheltering in place. A chaotic scene on that campus with hundreds of people in attendance to hear this individual speak. Obviously, the political commentator, the conservative pundit there, rose to prominence. Speaking to the youth, speaking to a group of people that potentially felt unheard. So following it closely.
Like half of fucking America. What do you mean?
Open up dialogue and engage in civil discourse across college campuses, and it was part of his appeal, even those that disagreed with him, right? Just engaging in an open debate, and it was extremely popular. And this is going to be one of those things that changes some things. I haven't quite yet figured out how or what, but
I hope he has some money saved for the kids, man.
It's. This one hits. I'm just thinking about most recent conversations with Charlie about different issues, different things. And my son, I was texting with him, and he was a big fan. And he was asking about it. And I told him, I said, stay off. He's not on social media. He can't ask it. But if somebody sends him a video or something, I said, just don't click on all that stuff. And, he asked what his status was. I told him he had passed away. And he goes, oh, man, is that public news? I said, it's official. He's gone, and I'm sorry. And he said, I'd like to have met him. And then sent a Bible verse about staying the course. And I was really proud of him. But look, this is going to, this is going to change things. I just kind of got to figure out exactly how, but we're going to stay the course and keep doing what we believe.
I don't think so. I think you're thinking of Crowder, which has already happened. Not to my knowledge.
By hitting him in that spot in his neck, what needs to happen for us to be confident that we know the truth?
Well, the key word is going to be transparency. Right? And Patel, I think, has gone to great lengths to try to make sure that the FBI is transparent in terms of their investigations as much as they can be without.
They're not going to be transparent. It don't fucking matter, bruh. It don't fucking matter.
And also here,
see that wall of monitors that are just graphic.
I'm just checking for other updates as well.
I don't know. I don't really care if they were getting
focusing on getting you the latest information here, but it's a really
I already said it doesn't matter like how
just a horrible occurrence. As I said earlier, condolences.
It doesn't matter why it actually happened, how it actually happened. It doesn't matter. It's already blamed on the left. It's going to be blamed on the left no matter what.
Yeah, really terrible.
Just really not even worth talking about anything else.
Very worrying for the country as well, which was something that was touched upon in the press conference.
Apparently,
let me
just go through Twitter.
If I do get some live
Apparently,
somewhere else, I will show it to you. I want
they may have caught the shooter. Bet you can't guess what the deal is with the shooter.
And you can reach me on @Lookner on X. And I know people have been messaging me. It's just been busy here with everything. So I'm just trying to get, really the focus is to get you the latest information.
I don't know. He has like the most milquetoast takes, dude. He has the most milquetoast right-wing takes. Like it's.
I have not heard anything reliable.
It's insanity.
About the person of interest. I don't have any kind of reliable information about who that person is.
That's not what I meant to do.
I'm checking some different sources here. Oh, and I'm sorry, I want to show you this map again, because we've been talking about this, and I want to show you the map again. So, for those who are not aware, oops, hold on a second. For those who are not aware, so the shooting took place at Utah Valley University, Charlie Kirk was speaking. This was the start of a college tour he was headlining. So he was speaking in a tent right down here where my pointer is on the campus. And he was facing towards us in this Google Maps rendering here. So he was right around where my pointer is. The school, according to the New York Times, the school said that.
Well, so I'm going to be honest with people real quick.
Center is
the left doesn't even know what they're really getting into at this point.
Pelosi Center, right?
The reason I'm saying that is because that is the nicest person on the right who's going to talk to them. Because I hate to tell the left this, but the next person that takes his spot isn't going to be fucking nice. Not only are they not going to be fucking nice, they're going to be vicious, both verbally and physically to the left. You understand? There are so many normal people that I'm seeing on Twitter, that I follow on Twitter, just normal people who don't talk about politics all that much. They might give their political take on something that's happening. That's about it. That's the most I'll do. But they're like milquetoast people. Like middle of the road fucking people. And they're even saying something needs to fucking happen after this. And I'm not for the government doing it. If anything, I'm saying Trump should let the government out of the way and just let the right do whatever the fuck they want for the next 5 fucking years. They couldn't stand the nicest person. They're going to stand up to people who aren't nice. Like, honest question. What the fuck are they going to do when Sam Hyde comes walking down their block and starts shooting them? You ever seen Sam Hyde? What's he, 6'3"? 6'4"? Some stupid fucking height. And he's huge, and he's got a little bit of a belly. He's not, but he's like the rest of him is just straight muscle. Like, and he knows how to shoot. So, like, what the fuck are you going to do? Nothing. You're going to die. That's what's going to happen. People like Sam Hyde. Not Sam Hyde specifically. I'm not saying Sam Hyde would do that. But, like, there's going to be a jacked dude who is right wing who decides to just say, you know what? Fuck this. This is a liberal city. They took a right winger. It's time to get our dues. It's time to get our dues. That's what's going to happen. And the best thing Trump could do is stop the government from doing anything that has to involve with this. That's the best thing he won't, but that's the best thing he can fucking do. And I only say that because it's true. The reality is, the right should have already been taking out the left for at least since 2020, December 2020, if not earlier. That's just the reality. Like, the fact that it hasn't happened yet is kind of insane to me. And I personally blame some of Charlie Kirk's friends for essentially getting him killed. Inadvertently. Because throughout all of 2020, all the right-wing commentators were like, be peaceful, don't deal with these people, just don't go out if you're in the area, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, dude. What should have happened in 2020, the summer of 2020, when all those BLM riots and all those other fucking leftist riots were happening, is that anyone who was right-wing that lived near that city should have just went, groups of them should have just went in there and just started mowing them down. That's what should have happened, but it didn't. And because everybody listened to people like Steven Crowder, Jeremy Hambley from The Quartering, their whole crews, Tim Pool and his whole crew, all them people, we're going to have more pent-up rage. And it's going to keep getting worse from the right. And then when the right actually does release it, I don't think people understand how bad it's going to actually be. You're worried about Nazi Germany, motherfucker. You should be worried about being alive. Like, I don't think these leftists these liberals and leftists don't get it. They don't get it. They shouldn't be worrying about Nazi the Fourth Reich. They should be conservatives that are tired of their shit. Not like mild conservatives. I'm just talking about normal conservatives who are pretty fucking hard right. That's what they have to look out for. It's not the fucking neo-Nazis or the KKK members or the whatever, the fascists. It's normal fucking Americans who are just right-wing. They're going to get fed up eventually, which I'm hoping for. It should have happened a decade ago. Shut up. I don't know. People are fucking dumb, dude. I don't think they actually understand what actually happened today. I don't think they actually understand what happened today. And from the early reports of what's going on the ground that I've seen, now this is just early reports that I'm not sure are true.
And we're going to keep bringing you live updates here. The FBI has announced a tip line.
Here's something you all should see. Because this is a true statement. Got the zoom in. What's the point in liberalism if it leads to the let's talk it out guy bleeding out on the debate stage? Man, this person's a fucking retard. Man, people are really dumb. No, he probably knew it doesn't matter. You're used to it, my guy. Yeah, it was professional. It doesn't matter if it was professional. It's always going to be, well, not necessarily. Once I saw the video of him getting shot, I was like, he's done. He's gone, dude. I knew it right then and there. If it was the chest, I'd have been like, they could probably save him. But it was right in the fucking neck. Right here. God, horrible takes from everybody, apparently. It just drives me crazy. So apparently, from what I saw on Twitter earlier, the shooter was a trans person. But that could be just shit being made up, so don't take that into seriousness. There's no point to take it seriously yet. Nothing really to take seriously yet. Until we actually know. We might not ever know. If it is a trans person, we might not actually ever know. FYI. We might not actually ever know. Because I hate to tell everybody this, but it would be very, very smart. And I mean very smart for any government agency. It doesn't matter which one you're talking about. To not show anything that has to not show that person if they are trans, because that would have a huge reckoning coming towards its way. Young Turks can fuck off too. They called him Nazi too. Fuck off. I want to listen to Ben Shapiro. Yeah, I feel like it's always the ones who the ones who die are usually always the ones who would have never would have been the good people usually die first, fortunately. Let's see what Asmongold has to say.
Hey guys, it's me again, and it's been a little.
Pause. He was off, I think. I think he was taking some time off. Dreaming. He's not using his normal setup.
Just before I get into the main topic of the video, I want to explain why there haven't been any videos. My dad has been in the hospital for the better part of a week now. Very serious situation. It has required my full attention. And because of that, I've been on calls, I've been dealing with other people, talking to members of the family, and doing everything that I need to be there for my dad and for my family during this situation. And because of that, I haven't been live and I haven't made a lot of videos. I apologize for that. Hopefully I'll be back as soon as possible. That being said, we had something insane happen today, and I was able to break away a little bit earlier, and I wanted to make a video about it and talk about the obvious and inevitable nature of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This happened a few hours ago, and it was probably one of the most gruesome and graphic, and this is coming from somebody who grew up on LiveLeak, videos I've ever seen. The first time I saw a video, I thought it was AI generated. The guy gets shot in the neck and blood is spurting out. I didn't even know it could do that. And it was absolutely fucking horrifying to see something like that happen in front of a massive audience of people. Now, if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, Charlie Kirk has been a pretty noteworthy, controversial guy. He's a conservative. He goes to a lot of college campuses, does live debates. This is a pretty popular format nowadays, and Charlie Kirk has been popularizing it and utilizing it now for many years. And he was even featured in South Park recently because of it. Charlie Kirk definitely is not a super radical right-wing person, but I would say that he's more of the moderate to, kind of extreme right-wing. Very, very, I would say, lukewarm, though, in my opinion, at least especially, and this is where we're going, especially compared to now. And what I think is going to happen now, because obviously, these shootings like this don't really happen inside of a vacuum, and they never do, they never have. And I think that the situation that we have right now is that there is a tremendous amount of political violence that is advocated for, promoted, and allowed to exist on social media that has turned up the temperature in all political conversations, all social conversations, and all discourse on the internet in general, to a point where it's almost unrecoverable. You have people that are out there all the time advocating for violence, advocating for people to get killed. Somebody needs to take care of this guy. Somebody needs to deal with this. I wish he were dead. Won't somebody do it? The 8647, all of the crypto messaging and all the doxing, right? Why do you dox somebody? Why do you post a person's home address? It's to make other people that are insane, like the person who killed Charlie Kirk, it's to give them the ammunition they need to kill that person and to put that person's life in danger. That's why they're doing it. And so that's the reason why they want to find out the identities of ICE agents. That's the reason why they want to find out the identities of Tesla owners, like at the beginning of the year. It's so they can destroy their car and destroy their lives. And this isn't necessarily a one-sided thing. I think that in the last 5 years or so, especially since BLM, it's been a like 90% left-wing thing. But that doesn't mean that the 10% right-wing people are right either. But I do think that now you're going to see a lot more right-wing people balancing out those scales. The fact is that you can take a knife to a gunfight all you want, and you can think that you're honorable, but you're going to end up being dead. And I think that's what right-wing people have done for a very long time. They've tried to speak above the political violence. They've tried to advocate above it and not try to stoop down to that level. But the issue is that a lot of these social media companies have expressed literally zero desire to even do the bare minimum of moderation. I think that two of the worst actors are Twitter or X and Reddit. Both of these platforms are full of a bunch of extremist nut jobs that not only should have their accounts banned, but they should probably be put in mental institutions. And I think that now I find it to be kind of interesting taking a step back for a week or so and seeing how many people are coming around to the inevitable reality that this is the only path forward. There are so many people in society now that are just completely unhinged, under-medicated, and really just completely insane that you can't have a person like that running wild out in society. They cause problems for themselves, not to mention everybody else around them. And I think that the society, we need to have an honest conversation about how to deal with these people in a way that, and I'll be real, I don't really care about the people that are crazy. Their well-being and the way that, you know, things are for them. Of course, obviously, I wouldn't want it to be bad, but it's certainly not important. What's really important is all of the people who aren't crazy, making sure that people that are not crazy, that are good actors, that are law-abiding citizens, are able to live a life of peace, a life of prosperity, and a life without fear of going on the subway, for example, as at the recent event as well. And I think that every single person in the world deserves to live in a place like that. And I don't want to see, America turn into a PvP server. And it sure seems like it is. And I think that in order to prevent that from happening, we need to have honest conversations about what do you do with people that, get arrested 14 times. And it's not even a question, right? You put them in jail and you throw away the key and you compel them to work, and that way you can make the money back from imprisoning them forever. That's the way that you solve that problem. It's very simple, actually. But for some reason, the way that makes people feel has made them unwilling to look at this obvious truth. If you look in history, this is what we've always done in history, and it's because it works. And the problem is that now we have so much of the discourse that's dominated by emotional thinking, that's dominated by the most unstable, the most virtue signal, the most
I don't have any real feeling
ridiculous.
On it besides that the left was really dumb. Even if it wasn't a leftist that did it, it's going to get blamed on the left anyways. So it doesn't matter what actually happened. My honest opinion, my feeling on it is that Charlie Kirk was the nicest on the right wing, and they shot the nicest guy on the right wing. Whoever it was, doesn't matter if it was a hit job from the government or whatever. It's going to get blamed on the left wing anyways. So if a leftist did do it, the left's fucked. If a leftist didn't do it, the left's fucked. Doesn't matter if they're even just a regular fucking liberal. I went through this earlier. The problem with the right wing is that for the past 125 years, is they just let progressives and liberals tell them what to do instead of just saying, fuck you, no. And here shortly, if they don't do something, if there's no retaliation for Kirk, I'm dead serious about this. If there's no retaliation for Kirk of any type, whether it be a random shooter or whatever, the right wing's dead in America then. It's finally just dead. The Republican Party is now a leftist party with shroons, with fucking trannies and fucking fags running around. It turned into Democrat 2.0 this season, this past election with Trump and all that. Trump was always a Democrat, so that's not news. None of Trump's policies are really being put into place. All I ever hear him do is bitch and whine. There's a lot of things that I don't really have a feeling on Kirk besides that he seemed to be the best of the right-wing commentators as far as like the way he went about stuff, and he just let you know his thoughts. And it's kind of sad that a 31-year-old father was killed because he was talking. It doesn't really matter like how it happened, why it happened. The left's gonna get blamed anyways. And to be honest, if there isn't retaliation, the right's gone. There is no right wing. There's a right wing in the sense that like there are people who are right wing in America, but there is no actual right wing. And it sucks to say that because we're at a point in this whole entire country where I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know everyone's political beliefs. I don't pretend to. I do know Charlie's pretty okay. Really, the only thing I disagreed with him on is his foreign policy. That's it. No, I don't think the right will do anything. The right never... When I say right, I mean like right and left wing. Right, they won't do anything. We should have did something in 2020 during the summer riots of 2020. We should have did something. We should have did something then and there. That's just a fact. Anyone who disagrees with that's just kind of crazy and doesn't understand like how the right is actually dying and not winning. Like, it sucks to be on the right in America because even when your supposed team, the Republicans, wins, it's not a win for you. Because most of the Republicans who get into office are really just liberals. So you never actually get what you want. You just get someone who will not fuck up everything. Instantly. And people are talking shit on Trump for things like the economy and stuff. I was like, I didn't tell you, but after 2008, never really fixing that. No one's ever going to fix that. It doesn't matter who you are, Trump, Biden, Obama, the next fucking Democrat president, the next Republican president. You're not going to fix that. Once 2020 hit and we had that COVID bullshit go through here, which was not really real, let's be honest about that. Like, it was real, but it wasn't like an actual problem for like 90% of the population. If not more. The working population at that. That's the worst part about it, was the working population. But no, my side is very far right. It's not like in the context of the Overton window. Technically, it's not very far right because in the context of the Overton window, my views are apparently libertarian, but I have very few libertarian views. I don't know how to explain it besides like basic bullshit, like common sense shit. Honestly, like, how about we don't tax the fuck out of everybody? How about we just don't do that? I don't care how much money they make. How about we just don't fucking do that? How about we don't do that? How about we just like don't let people do stupid shit like stab random women on the fucking train, shoot someone who's talking at a college. And I don't mean like gun control or anything. I'm actually anti-gun control. I'm actually pro everyone in America should be able to not only to carry a gun wherever the fuck they want, they should be able to carry whatever the fuck gun they want. I mean, it's getting to the point that, like, this country's fucked. Like, there's no saving it economically. They sold us out in the 80s and the 90s. I know this. I lived with it. A lot of my friends' parents were steel mill workers. Fathers, especially, were steel mill workers and coal miners. I watched that whole entire area when I was growing up just die because they took all that shit away and sent it overseas. There, and I mean, even when I talk to the older, people that went through that, they said the worst thing that ever happened to the steel industry and the coal mining industry was fucking unions. So that's a whole other fucking spiel. But like, I've seen this stuff play out time and time again, and it's really annoying to sit there and watch. America doesn't make anything. We're not going to say at the economy we don't make shit, okay? That's the way it fucking works. If you don't make anything, you can't sell anything. Right now, we're paying other people to make shit for us so we can sell it to other people. That's literally how it's working. Let me explain this to you. So, the reason skateboarding's kind of died since the, I'd say, mid to late 2000s, like in the 2010s, it kind of like died away. Do you know why that happened? Because there's many reasons, but the main reason was that all of it got shipped overseas. It's so stupid that it got shipped overseas. We are taking maple, Canadian maple, from the northern U.S. and Canada, sending it overseas to China. Companies are sending it overseas to China to be made into skateboard decks to bring back here. That's how dumb America is. Now, there are some American brands. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm not shitting on all skateboarding companies or all companies. But the reality is that right now, the bulk of our stuff is in services that are affecting Americans and using them, or shit that is designed here via engineering and then made somewhere the fuck else and then brought back here to be sold. You want to know why stuff costs so much? It's not because... it's not just because of inflation, things like that. It's because the inflated market of just cheap shit coming from other countries. But that's just the reality. So, like, the economy's never going to get fixed until it crashes. That's the only thing we can do with that. That, or take all the money until it crashes. Because if you take all the money back, it's going to crash anyway, so... That's one fucking thing. Like, you shit on everything with Kirk and all that. It's like, look, I'm annoyed that someone went after the most peaceful person on the right that's a talking head. Because I'll tell you right now, I've seen Charlie talk to people, both in one-on-one interviews, panel interviews, and at his college stuff. If some of the people that talk to me the way that they talk to Charlie talk to me that way in person, I would have smacked the fucking shit out of them. Kirk's ideas were all fine. I'm not a huge fan of his foreign policy, but other than that, he was fine. I think he was a father who was just pushing for what he thought was right for his kids. At this point, because he's a kid. Well, he has kids. Well, had kids, not alive. So. If you want to talk about his domestic policy, sure. His foreign policies, no. I don't think we should be fighting for fucking... I don't think America right now should be helping any country besides itself. We already have enough fucking problems. But everybody's gonna be blaming the left and Mossad and all these other people. It doesn't really fucking matter anymore. I don't really care. The thing is that something needs to happen. The right needs to do something this time around. Someone from the right needs to do something this time around. And it's not coming from the government. It has to be someone from a normal right winger. Because we're at the point to where there's no point in playing nice anymore. It's just a real, you know what I mean? Like, they shot at Trump. They rioted from 2013 till Biden was in office. Then they rioted again once Trump got in office over the fucking illegals in fucking California. I can tell you right now, not a single fucking one of my not a single fucking one of my relatives that ever fought in a war ever fought for what's going on today. It's just really sad that someone who was like so normal passed. He's a normal fucking like right wing guy. He's like milquetoast. He has basic right wing takes. Again, his foreign policy wasn't so great, but whatever. I can get over that. Seemed like a genuinely nice guy. Nobody's perfect, so there's that. You know. Yeah, he didn't hurt anybody. You're allowed to talk. What's up, I don't even know how to say it. Dreams. What should I call you, Dreams? I don't even know how to... Wacky Dreams? Maybe? But yeah, the sad reality is that innocent people are getting hurt by... Yeah, the footage, I saw it on Twitter. I went on break at work, and I was just scrolling through Twitter to see any news. I hadn't looked at any news yet, and for the day. So I was like, oh, I'll see what's going on. And then the first thing I fucking see is the close-up video of Charlie getting hit. I was like, you motherfuckers. He has like the most normal takes. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna look. And then like, I see stupid shit like some video game news and some like skateboarding, mountain biking news. And I keep scrolling down like, what the fuck? Someone's neck is being exploded right now. Who is that? Why is that Charlie Kirk? What the fuck happened? And then I had to go dig through it all. Yeah, everyone knew who Charlie. Well, he's been memed to death. Like, look, I'm not a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. I don't hate him. Like, it's just not my kind of content, right? Like, I don't watch college kids getting owned by elderly, older 20 people. Yeah. See you later, flipping Delta. How's it going? All right. Just looking for shit. I'm gonna finish watching this Asthma Gold Take in a second. But yeah. Yeah, no, he's big in America because he's been mean to death here, man. He was also on South Park, so I didn't recently, so that probably like within the last 6 months. I don't know when it actually came out, but yeah, dude, don't even started. Like I said, I don't agree 100% with Charlie Kirk either, but I'm farther right than Charlie Kirk. But I wouldn't have asked for his death or thought he was a bad person. I didn't think he was. I mean, he might have been, but like I don't know him. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. He's got 2 kids. There's 2 kids now without a father. That shit pisses me off. All because some fucking whoever the fuck did it, dickhead. I don't even know what to call that person. Piece of shit, fucking worthless. And other people are. Yeah, his intentions, like, you got the nicest guy. Like, look, if you're on the left and you're watching this, you killed the nicest guy. Even if it wasn't you, let's say it was like some other weird, like the fucking government did it or whatever, you're gonna get blamed for it now. And the nicest guy died. You understand that, right? Like the nicest guy died. Anyone that was close to being nice as him is now not going to be nice to you all. They're not going to care anymore. As a matter of fact, it would not be shocking for me to see in the next couple months. I'd give it a couple months for it to start taking off. But I would be shocked if any of the mainstream right-wing commentators were nice to the left anymore. Because the biggest problem with the people don't understand is that I wouldn't say every, but a lot of podcasts or a lot of shows, or a lot of internet shows, a lot of TV shows, whatever, always try to get a left-wing person on to balance it out a little bit. And they have a hard time doing it because people won't go on the shows. Like lefties won't go on the shows, and that's fine. But like, they usually find someone eventually. The reality is now they're not going to care anymore. Like they don't want to hear your bullshit anymore. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear. They're not going to want to hear your bullshit speech about dumb bullshit. After this shit, they're not going to want to hear about my racism or my sexism or my whatever-isms anymore. They're not going to want to hear that anymore. That's just the reality. They don't care anymore. They're not going to care anymore. There's no point to care. There's no reason to care. You killed the nicest one. If you're willing to kill the nicest ones, what are you willing to do to the quote-unquote worst ones? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. The waste of... There's just no brain power there. All right, let's finish listening to Asmongold's take on it.
Performative empathy possible, and that's defining a huge political voice in the country. This has become a tremendous detriment to everyone, and I think that with people like the shooter that probably shot Charlie Kirk, with that guy in the subway that stabbed that Ukrainian woman, or with that trans shooter that shot up the school, one thing that's common among all of them is that these people, in almost all cases, were verifiably nuts beforehand, and nothing ever was done about it. And until we can stomach the idea of solving problems like that before they happen, we're going to keep having problems. And I think that with Charlie Kirk, it's very obvious that the amount of, political violence and advocating for political violence that's happening on the internet has turned up the temperature and created an environment and a culture where this type of behavior is normal. And not only is it normal, but it's actually encouraged. And the problem is that now people are acting on it. And you're starting to see this happen, and I think it's going to continue getting worse. I don't think Charlie Kirk is going to be the last one, but I think that we will look at Charlie Kirk's death and see it as a turning point in this topic. And what I'm really trying to get at here with this entire point is that right now we are at a extremely pivotal moment, and I think that what's going to end up happening is that right-wing people are not going to continue to turn the other cheek. They're not going to continue to just, oh, well, you know, this is just a crazy left-wing radical. I think you're probably going to see right-wing people doing...
Which thing? I'm not sure which thing. He said the thing.
The same thing to left-wing people. And honestly, while I don't think this is a good thing, I certainly don't really feel that sorry for them. Because a lot of left-wing people have no problem advocating for violence, or at least using coded language in order to advocate for violence. The fact is that there's a certain level of intellectual dishonesty that goes on in situations like this, where it's considered, oh, well, you know, this isn't actually what they meant, and no, this is actually some others. No, it is. It's exactly what they mean. They're trying to advocate for killing people that they disagree with. That's what's happening, and there's no talking around.
Hold on a second, right? Everybody talks about right-wing violence in this fucking country. What right-wing violence? Honest question. January 6th? The Proud Boys beating up Antifa, which should happen every day anyways? What do you mean? What right-wing violence? Oh, there was a guy who went crazy. Okay. Guys, the left bombed the Capitol in like 1983. You bombed it. Shut up. You don't get to talk about a little riot with some broken windows, some broken stuff sitting around, and some fucking stolen shit. You don't know. You lost that privilege when you bombed it in the fucking 80s. It's over. Just because other people in these generations don't remember this shit, doesn't mean people don't remember it. I knew it just from reading history, but like, bro, like you don't get to bitch at all about violence anymore after the 1980s. You don't. The left doesn't get to bitch about that anymore. They don't get to do that. And the problem is we keep letting them let them do that. The left, well, maybe when you were a kid that was the case, but I don't know how old you are, but I'm, 37 now? So, like, the left has always been garbage people since I've been alive. At least since I've been able to notice. So let's say the late 90s. Like, they've always been garbage people. They've never given a fuck about nature. Oh, I know that's how they see it. No, I know that's how they see it. It's not a big deal. You're 30. Okay, so you're a little bit younger than I am. So you might not remember the late 90s politics and stuff. This is when I started getting into politics. You know, I was in middle school and starting to read political shit. Just through school and other shit. So, like, I've always been pretty right-wing. Mostly libertarian, especially up until I was about 22-ish, 21-ish. I kind of went further right, but the amount of, like, okay, if you pay attention during school, you start to realize a lot of the things that are detriment to people in this country, and a lot of it's from schooling, from parents, from all that, right? The left, at least in my lifetime, they say they're about nature, but they're not actually about nature. They're about taxing you because nature is doing something that they can't explain. The left's never been that way. The left's never really been about nature. You're thinking of eco-fascism, which is technically left-wing. Fascism is a left... Well, okay, on the Overton window, it's not, for some reason, but I don't understand how that works. That's why I don't believe the Overton window at all. The left wing has always been about doing human rights stuffs when human rights stuffs are needed and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, that's not the case. It's never been the fucking case. They say it. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm saying that they're just fucking lying. Like, the Republicans are the same way. Like, but like a lot of the left, when I was growing up, were just straight out communist. And it's like, and we keep getting closer to communism. I don't know if everybody's realized this. Like, dude, I don't even if this boy showers, okay?
If you try to, you're insulting the intelligence of anyone that you're speaking to. And I think that now you're
to be fair, he's been dealing with something with his family. Apparently his dad's sick, so there's that.
going to start seeing a lot of right-wing people end up doing this to left-wing people now even more, because it's very clear that these social media platforms are not going to moderate this behavior. The FBI, for whatever reason, just refuses.
We shouldn't have social media doing anything. That house is probably older than us, Dustin. But I don't agree with this take here, but
to deal with or have any degree of accountability for dealing with these obvious terrorists that are in the country. And because of that,
yeah, we have 2. Well, today we have 4. There's only really 3 that are even viable, but the reality is there's only 2 that are viable. You could in reality make the Libertarian Party viable, but they're so split. It would be like having Republicans and Democrats in the same party. It's so dumb. If we had more political parties, here nothing would ever get done just because that's the way America is. It's already bad enough; it doesn't get done now. So it doesn't matter how many political parties or like whose political party. It's our system was meant to stop them from doing stuff, and they just keep plowing over it. So, and to be honest, there's more than just 2 political parties here. If you want to talk about the actual political parties, you have like the population. There's 3 political parties that are viable. The rest are just kind of worthless. Well, no offense, but the right and left libertarian, the left libertarians are fucking insane. That's why. Like that's the whole thing. They're no different than the socialist, progressive, communist left. The only difference is they don't want laws. That's their difference. Like that's it. They're just retarded. The Libertarian Party left is the left side of the Libertarian Party is just fucking horrible. At least I will say this. I can say this with having the 2 political parties. At least I have one. Well, not anymore, but used to have one that I agreed with most of the people in my party, except for the people running it. Right? So that's one thing. But with that said, none of them fucking listen to me anyway, so who cares? And I think it goes for most people, period. Like, they don't really, like, I'm not really represented in America, like, in the government. If I was, the closest, I don't even know who the closest person would fucking be. There probably isn't anyone. I don't even think of, like, prime ministers or anything that would. It would be so fucking. It would be retarded. Yeah, I don't even understand. It'd just be bad. It would be bad for everybody involved.
I think you're going to start seeing an uptick of violence from right-wing people as well. And this is going to be, in my opinion, I don't really think the word is justified because it's not justified, but the word is expected. I think it's going to be expected. The fact is that...
No, it's justified. I'm sorry, but it's justified. For the past 100 years, the left has done everything from bombing the Capitol to burning down cities. It is completely justified for anyone, left or right, to start killing left-wing people. For the past 100 fucking years, guys. It's been 100 fucking years of leftists taking this country and fucking ruining it. In every way possible. From just laws to just society. It's completely justified to kill these people. Like,
again, you bring a knife to a gunfight, you're going to lose. And don't be surprised when you keep bringing guns to gunfights and then somebody else decides to start shooting back. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think this is a degradation of society as a whole. And ultimately, the real burden of responsibility here doesn't really fall on influencers. And I don't think that it falls even on the commenters themselves. I think it falls primarily on the government. The fact is that the government, there are already laws that permit.
No, it's not the government's fault. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, the only problem with not doing protesting is gay. Rioting is gay. That's not the kind of response Republicans, quote unquote, or the right should have. Because I'm not really a Republican. Mental health is a huge issue, but that's not the primary issue. The primary issue is that it's not laws, it's not the government, it's none of that. It's that, look, you can say what you want about, they can fight all they want about the Second Amendment. Problem is, there's more guns here than there are people that are illegal, much less the illegal ones. So fuck, that whole argument's retarded. Like, that argument's just dumb. No one's gonna no American, unless they're retarded, is gonna follow the laws when it comes to guns. Most Americans who own legal guns don't follow the laws to guns. I can tell you exactly how I know this. Not most, a lot. We're going to say a lot. In the state of Maryland, the law is written, the way it's written, you can be locked up for having a gun in a gun case in the trunk of your car, not loaded. Like, yeah, they won't do that, but like, the way it's worded, yes, they can. Like, I live in a state right now that if I defend myself, like if someone punches me in the face and I beat the fuck out of that person, I'm going to jail. Like, if I was walking down the street and someone just punched me in the face, didn't know the guy, never met him before in my life, and I beat the fuck out of him because he punched me in the face, I'm going to jail. Do you understand that? Like that, we don't live in a country of self-defense. We don't live in a country of use of the Second Amendment. Also, you're not using the Second Amendment when you should fucking be using it. What's the point if we're just gonna argue the fuck about it? Start using it. It's fucking retarded, dude. It's fucking retarded. These stupid fucking right-wingers who are mediocre little shits who don't understand. There's no point in the Second Amendment when you aren't fucking using it. The whole point was that we could defend our own shit that includes our own cities and towns. What happened in 2020? We just let everything fucking burn. Like, stop talking about the Second Amendment. It's fucking pointless. They've already ruined it. Do you understand that? You're bitching about the Second Amendment. It's been ruined since the NFA, dude. You already lost that fight. It's over. It was over when the NFA went into effect. Stop talking about it. It doesn't actually exist. These rights things you're worried about, fuck them. They're not real. They don't exist in material world. The only thing that fucking works is force. That's it. That's how this world works. Everybody going on this stupid rights and laws. No. The only way things get done is through fucking force or the threat of force. Do you understand that? Us sitting here bitching about the Second Amendment doesn't do anything. Or what their fucking arguments are going to be. Fuck them. Don't listen. Don't follow unlawful laws. Do you understand that? Every gun law in every state in this country is illegal. All of them. The National Firearms Act, the NFA, is illegal. All of it. Do you understand that? Stop listening to their fucking arguments and start forcing yours down their fucking throat. Arguments. Dude, the argument's been over for a fucking decade. This shit's retarded. I'm gonna bitch about this. Fuck, that's dumb. No, just don't fucking listen when they outlaw fucking guns. By the way, you better hope someone on the right wins the next election, because if not, we're all fucked. Anyone who disagrees with any of the liberal orthodoxy that was going on for the past 10 years, we're all going to camps. You understand that, right? So why the fuck are we bitching about this? Fuck what they say about the Second Amendment. Rights aren't real. You give yourself rights, not the other way around. Women don't have rights because of that reason. Like, in all reality, women don't have rights because you have to come to men to get their fucking rights. If men today in this country said, we're not enforcing any of your rights, there's not a fucking thing they could do about it. They don't even have to stop them from doing things. They can just not enforce things. That's it. They don't have to touch a fucking woman. If we don't enforce any woman's rights, they don't get them. It's all based on force. Nothing's based on some stupid fucking idea of rights. It's an idea, it's not real. The only way it becomes real is if you force it to happen via violence. Do you not understand how rights work? There's no such thing as a natural fucking right. There isn't. If I put you out in nature with nothing, and you're now got the IQ of a toddler, you don't have a right to anything. You have a right to get eaten. That's it. Rights are what you enforce for yourself, not what the government enforces for us. You understand that? This whole idea of, oh, well, if the right wing does this, they're going to argue about it. Fuck you, man. Like, dude, fuck. Listening to, why are we getting the okay from the enemy? That's what you're doing. You're asking for an okay from an enemy. Fuck them. Stop listening to them. If someone had a gun pointed to your head and they were like enforcing their will, how do you think it happens? It's through force, dude. Everything's through force. Violence is a tool. That's all it is. It's just hurting physically things. That's all violence is. Hurting things physically. Usually humans. In this context. Stop getting the okay from the left. Stop caring about what the fuck they have to say. That's the problem. That's why the nicest guy died today. The nicest guy on the right died today. Because the nicest guy on the right was fooled to think that those people give a fuck about him. Or people like him or quote unquote worse than him. Like, stop. This is what the left wants for anyone who's fucking right wing at all. They want you dying, bleeding out, watching your woman and your child get raped while they mutilate the both of them. That's what they fucking want. They've proven it time and time again. Everybody bitches about all these like fascisms and all these other things. Like, you're worried about fascism when quite literally you're probably going to be either in a camp or dead in the next 10, 15 years. Be it from civil conflict or other conflict. So I hate to tell you, America's dying. It's gone. It's not real anymore. You understand that, right? We sold it out in the 80s and the 90s. We lost economically. We've been losing economically since then. We have a high GDP. GDP doesn't mean anything. You understand that, right? GDP means input, output. That's all it is. You put in this much money, you get this much in return. 90% of the jobs in offices are fucking not real. They're not real jobs. They're just busy work. You understand that, right? Like, the way the world works today isn't how the world actually works. At all. In any stretch of the imagination. We just have rights. No, we don't. We enforce our own rights. Stop asking for permission. Just do. Like, I don't care about the left at all. I don't listen to them. Okay, I'm sorry. When you come to me and say the term trans kid, yes, I'm done listening to you. Like, I'll never, ever take you seriously as a person. I'll never take you seriously as as part of humanity. As a matter of fact, I do take it seriously. I take it to the serious of the fact that I think you should probably die now. Like, bro, stop caring what the left says about you. They've been calling us Nazis for 10 years and you haven't gotten over it yet? Just say good next time. Like, just do that. It's better than sitting there placating to a bunch of fags. Alright? A bunch of guys who don't even know what a fucking wrench is. Like, I'm sorry. Those people shouldn't even really be alive. Because if it wasn't for natural selection existed still in the human population, besides random disease or random fucking genetic code error, they'd be dead. Just people in general. I'm just talking. It's just kind of fucking insane when I hear people. Who was that? When I see like people complaining about it, it's like, just who cares? Like, I don't care about their dumb arguments for anything. They're not real people. They're like this weird robot NPC thing. Like, it's like you're talking to a Skyrim or a fucking Oblivion character. Like when they speak. It's retarded, dude. Like, we shouldn't be taking the left's words at all into our thing. No, just fuck them. If they don't like the way we want things, then too bad, we're going to force them to have it anyways. Like, that's the way it works in reality. Like, we need to get over the fact that voting isn't going to work. Arguments about the Second Amendment don't matter. Like, they just fucking don't. Like, at this point, it's either kill or die off. That's it. That's where we're at. Because I'm not being like, yeah, have a cop roll up and take my, go ahead. Like, go ahead. Fucking get rid of the Second Amendment and see what happens. Who's gonna come to my house and take my guns? I hope they have enough stuff for like bombs and shit, because I can make those too. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. It's just chemicals. Like, go ahead. Good fucking luck. Like, yeah, I'll die, but you're gonna die too, so I don't care. Like, like, you do understand, like, you understand that, right? Like, you understand that, right? Like, what we're looking at is a point to where the left and the right, it's either going to come down to civil conflict, or one's going to dominate one so much just in, like, random, like, island acts, they're just going to stop dealing with each other. And one's just going to be so overpowered, and they're going to realize that they can't win, and they're going to quit. That's what's going to happen, eventually. I think they can't. I mean, they can have fun. I mean, I'm going to have fun. If I'm going out that way, I'm going out that way. It's just the way it is. Like, Like bombs are hard. Like as the thing, like all these people, like the left always downplays the right. Like what are they gonna do? I don't know. Like I could probably shoot at least 2 cops before I'm dead. Like I don't care. Like that's you just say I don't care. Fuck off. Like that's the problem with Trump right now. Why the fuck are you listening to liberals? Or if it was a judge, I don't care. Stop listening to a fucking liberal judge. Stop. Like it's every president's done this. Every single president has done this, by the way. You understand that, right? Like, for instance, I'll give you a prime example. Jackson, one of the Jewish G presidents of all time. You know how he got Florida? He told the president. Who was the president? I don't even remember. Was it the one before Jackson? I know this. I'm just stupid and don't remember. Van Buren. That's who it was. He went to. He was in the army. Like he was like a lead guy in the army. Right. He's a lead guy. He's like a general. And he's like, we're shooting at Florida, and the guy was like, well, we were making a deal with me. He's like, I already shot people. Like that's how that worked. Like that's what happened. Like that's what happened. He's like, hey, I'm gonna get Florida. He's like, wait a minute. We're doing deals with Spain right now to get Florida. And he's like, well, I'm already there shooting people, so like, what do I do? Like that happened. That's real life. That's how we got Florida. And Jackson just like, man, well, it's already started. Just keep going. Just took it. I think they ended up paying out because of the miscommunication, but you know. Yeah, bombings will increase, stabbings will increase, death by blunt object will be increased. Or death by sharp object. I guess you're not always stabbed when you get hurt by a sharp object. You're sliced. And guys, I hate to tell you this, because I don't really care about race. But I'm gonna tell you right now, race is going to be a problem if there is a civil conflict. Like, you understand that, right? Like, I don't care about race, but the reality is, civil conflict, the way that everything's designed at the moment, is that it's majority white people against a bunch of mixed races, like groups. Like, yeah, there's black and Hispanic and, you know, whatever, pick race, right-wingers, but race will play a part of that issue. And that's the biggest problem. Like, even if you don't agree with the majority of white people, black people, whatever race you are, even if you agree with, like, the opposite morals as like the majority of your race or whatever, or lifestyle or whatever you want to call it, culture, whatever. And you try to live another one, you're going to be second guessed every time. And not just second guessed, but like you're going to be like made to make sure you're not a spy constantly. You're going to be made to make like, they'll probably just end up killing you eventually. So like you're better off just going with your race and agreeing with them. It's a sad thing because, like, you know, I don't have a problem with different races. You know, there's some things I don't like about certain cultures of different races, but I'm sure there's things people don't like about my culture. So there's that. Like, I don't dislike any race. Like, and it sucks because it's going to be a race. There's going to be a race component to it, whether you want it to be there or not. It's going to be a thing, and it sucks. It really sucks because then you got to choose: do you want to live, or do you want to at least fake you believe what, let's say, your fellow whites believe or your fellow blacks believe or whatever, and just believe what you did believe? and you're just gonna do things that you don't want to do, right? Like you're gonna have to fight sometimes. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you're gonna have to fight sometimes, and it's just sucks. They say war is hell for a reason, you know? Like, I don't really care about race. There's just certain people of certain cultures that suck at doing things and make their races look bad, including white people. Trailer park trash is where that comes from. That's just fucking... Yeah, I know it's cultural. No, it is biological, but that whole thing that's not biological makes zero sense. Race is definitely biological. We can prove that. It's just, it's not a, it isn't important, but it is in times of conflict, because appearance does matter. Like it does. It does matter. It really does. Appearance doesn't matter your color, whether it's your skin color or the way you dress. It does matter. Outgroup. You're a part of an outgroup. There's all kinds of markers for outgroup. This is all part of just basic basic development. You're with these peeps, even though you don't mind these peeps, they do look different, and you got to be kind of skeptical way to deal with other people. You can't just be like lovey-dovey and peace and love and Bob Dylan with everybody. You can't. It's just not a thing. It's impossible. So, like, the reality is, race is another outward indicator similar to clothes. It's like, oh, you're part of the outgroup. Similar to the way you do your hair, similar to what type of music you listen to. I don't think people understand the outgroup, the amount of outgroups you have. Just think about it, right? Yeah, I don't care if someone listens to Taylor Swift, but I don't want to fucking listen to Taylor Swift. It has something to do with what I believe. It's just what it is. It's it's like when people say oh, you're racist because you point this simple thing out. It's like, no, it's just what it is. Why are you mad about it? It will be magnified. All that stuff will be magnified because that's how it is in America. It's always been that way in America. It's always been it's never not been that way. Even now it's that way. You just don't really see it because you're not in the pop culture, right? Because once you get older, you're just kind of I don't really care. I just want to dress comfortably and look halfway decent, and you don't want to look like shit, but you don't want to look like a specific, you're not really specifically looking for a look, right? Now people do for outward appearances, right? And you should really, but that's just the way it is. It's gonna go and the way it's set up, just the way the split is, dude. Let's be honest. Not a lot of black people like Republicans. Not a lot of black people, not a lot of Mexicans like Republicans. Not a lot of, not a lot of other races like Republicans. Republicans have become the white man's party. Everybody naturally segregates too, by the way. If you ever notice it, walk into a school, you always see there was always a table of predominantly black or white or Hispanic. There might be some intermixing, but it's mostly predominant races. And we're not even trying to be mean to each other. We're just hang out with my friends. They want to sit over here. It just naturally happens. And just your own preferences. I'm a metalhead, right? I don't want to listen to fucking Taylor Swift. I don't care if she makes a banger or not. I don't care. I don't want to listen to it. I don't like Taylor Swift. Okay? I think she works too much and she should have had a kid by now, and that's about it. That's my Taylor Swift. What are your thoughts on Taylor Swift? I'm tired of her being seen on NFL screens. I'm tired of her not having a child yet, and I'm tired of her working. All of my complaints about Taylor Swift in one go. 3. I don't care about her. Yeah, because we had all the countries help boost everybody else's population too. The funny thing about that is that, yeah, right now, that's the way it is, but everybody's population is declining except for some countries in Africa, I think. But every other country is declining in birth rate. Maybe like 1 or 2 in the Middle East. Maybe. But it's also, you gotta think about this, man. The culture has been fucked. Like, and it wasn't like a natural progression either. It was just like this shit forced. Like, I've always not been in like the mainstream kind of stuff. Like, I like some mainstream music, right? Like, I like Sum 41. I like Blink-182. I like Metallica. I like, I just mainstream music, right? For rock and metal. But the reality is I've always like fit more in with like the stuff nobody listens to. Like not everybody's listening to fucking Suicide Silence or Haste the Day or Old Parkway Drive or Old Bring Me the Horizon or Kill Switch Engage even, and they're a great band. They're good all the way around. Like not everybody's listening to those bands, right? Not everybody's listening to that type of music. I listen to the stuff that's weird. You can ask Dustin if he's still in chat. D Burns if he's still in chat. I listen to the weird shit. Like I listen to stuff nobody listens to. Same with like anime and stuff. Like Dustin is like, he has a specific anime. I just watch anime. Like I just watch whatever I like. Like for instance, when I had Netflix, daughter watches anime. It's Clandid, don't watch it, it's sad as fuck. You do want to cry the whole time. Yeah, I know, I'm fucking weird. I've always been like the weird, like I don't fit into anything. Like I'm just kind of my own thing. Like I'm just my own, like everything. Like I listen to like every type of music from like popular music, even pop, to like fucking off the wall metal band that made one album in like 2003 and it just sounds like growling and you can barely hear the guitars and like the drums. Like that's what I usually listen to. I might be gifted IQ. I doubt. I'm a normal fucking dude. The only thing I do is read. Like, it's not hard to become smart, guys. Like, just read. Read books on lots of stuff. Like, that's all I can tell you. like, I'm not even that good of a reader either. I'm dyslexic. Like, I learn things just by reading. Yeah, I mean, I could play Asmongold. I like Asmongold's face. Look at his face. What's wrong with his face?
There's already laws that permit the types of stalking and doxing that people engage in
what the fuck he was talking
and
about.
One of the big things.
The whole thing. He's just going to go spiel about the government. I don't care about that. But like, honestly, like, I never really fit in. Like, I don't fit in with the right. Like, shit. My whole entire high school, I listened to Christian metal bands, and I was told they were fucking Satanists. Because it sounded mean. Not kidding. The band specifically was Devil Wears Prada. Sounds like a Devil Worship band, but it's not. It's about Jesus. I don't know what they're doing now. But like back in the day, which was a Tuesday. At Warped Tour. I hate most screamo, but I know like 5 screamo bands that I like. I mean, he kind of was. I guess it's Lucifer, whatever. Like, that's what I listen to now. Like, I don't listen to other shit. Like, I listen to other stuff. Like, I don't care when it's on. I'm just like, dude, just blare like fucking what? Just blare. Get the fucking Firebird. Turn on. Kickstart my heart. And just go speeding. Everyone, I don't care who you are, should do this. It's fucking sick. Okay, it's sick. I actually didn't see Slipknot until they did their anniversary for, it was like last year, the anniversary for their first album, which was just their first album. By the way, the best album is Iowa. I don't care what anyone says. But no, like I always just did my own thing. Asked us, and like people would like, I'm like, I'm gonna go skating, and he'd be like, I'm not. Like, you want to go skating? He'd be like, no. I'm like, okay, bye, and I just go skating. Like, that's what I did. Like, I just did whatever I wanted. I didn't need anyone to be there. Like, I didn't have to be around my friends. 12 years old, 18 years ago. 2003? No, you were 12. I forget what year you said we were born. Everyone wants to shake Bigfoot's hand. Especially the ones that make meme AI videos for. Because them seem sick, bro. They're over there like getting hose and shit. Everybody wants to hang out with that Bigfoot. But let's see what if whatever's going. It's late. I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock. That comes on at 10. Jesus Christ. What is
I think they will be turned into a Luigi Mangione type figure. We're in an era of political violence.
You weren't supposed to mute.
Convicted Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, said that he wanted to remind everyone that Utah still has the death penalty.
Yes, but what a lot is saying is that they lionize Luigi Mangione.
Yes,
He's a
do.
hero to the left.
Yes, they do.
And when they do catch this guy, the left is going to make portraits of him as a saint, and they're going to put him on their magazine covers.
And they're fake religious candles.
Indeed.
I don't care about this. They're going to talk about bullshit that I don't give a shit about because everybody already knows what's going to happen. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. We already know. We already fucking know. We already don't care. We just don't. 2008. Hope is going. That was I didn't go on that one. That was my first time seeing him. I also didn't see Sum 41 until I was like 20. To like 2000 and. Eight. Or was it 2009? It might have been the Youth Warped Tour for 2009 because I think me and Amanda went. And we sat there in the pavilion at Merriweather because they were in the pavilion and watched them. And I was so happy because I hadn't seen them yet. The one person I wish I would have been able to see is Ozzy Osbourne. Every time I went and bought tickets for him, something happened. Like he got sick. Or like he hurt himself or something. So I was like, fuck, dude. I also haven't seen Iron Maiden, which apparently I can't anymore because that was the last tour that just went by. But something tells me it might not be.
And someone didn't take him seriously at first too. He was like, shoot me, and the cops looking at him and he goes, I'm the one who did it. And they're like, oh, and so they pulled him around and put cuffs on him.
So was it the fact that he was so blasé about like, oh, I'm the person who did it, even though you hadn't heard the gunshot come from him that made it strike untrue to you, or was it something else he was saying?
What the fuck are they talking?
No, it was that. Oh, you go, Liz.
Just they're gonna talk about. Nah, I don't want to listen to a bunch of women. Honestly, that's like my honest take. I don't want to listen to a bunch of fucking women.
That this is a possibility that someday this might happen to him. He absolutely fucking did.
Yep.
He 1000% knew, and he did it anyway. And I think that for anybody, and welcome, but for anybody that has a voice like that, if you want to honor Charlie Kirk, it is to keep.
But yeah,
1000%, and that's exactly what the fuck we're
like
doing. We aren't stopping.
All right. Any news on Twitter? Let me check real quick. Oh yeah, this fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Just emphasize we don't know any of the full details of this. In which a shooting like this happens. Yeah, shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have as a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
Dude. Yep, that's what we get. That's what we get for letting America get this bad this quickly. And a lot of it is on boomers. Yeah. So like, I saw that earlier. Some retard on MSNBC was like, maybe it was a fan shooting their gun off. We don't actually know what happened yet because it was like right when it first started happening, like when they got news of it. So, yeah, it was like a snap reaction to something fucking dunce stupidly said. They didn't catch the shooter. They caught another guy who they think was involved, but probably not. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Like I said though, man, like the left fucked up. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And even if it wasn't a leftist, like I said, it doesn't matter how it happens. It's gonna be blamed on the left either way. Doesn't matter. It's not that good doesn't exist. That's not the point. The problem is that it doesn't matter in which aspect you look at it or what you call good. It doesn't matter. Like, it matters to a point, right? Like, you want society to function well and do what they're supposed to do and not be, complete total garbage, worthless. But like, as far as like notions of good and like bad are kind of ambiguous. Like, what do you mean by good? Like, to me, what would have been good in 2020 is taking care of the rioters, ourselves. Like, that would have been good. Right. Bad things are happening, though. Like, you're hurting other people if you consider that bad. I don't know what like, believing in good and believing there is good doesn't mean there isn't any good. I'm not saying there isn't. It's just like it doesn't matter in the sense of what's going on right now. Like, what is right and wrong? Well, I mean, it depends on what you go by. Like, is it wrong? Like, for instance, was it wrong for the Native Americans to shoot at Americans when they were taking their land? No. That's what happened. Did they kill people? Yeah. Like, it's not just good you have to worry about. It's like, what's good for the people. Like, people forget this. Like, when you're running a society, you can't just have shit like we have today. Like, you can't just have fucking fags running around fucking each other in the butt and shit. Like, you can't do that. You can't have random people stabbing fucking random people and random people shooting random people. Like, you can't have that. And the worst part about it is, like, in a lot of places, you're not allowed to defend yourself. Like, you're not. It's not like it's just some places. Like, where most of the population of the country is, you can't defend yourself. Like, for real. You get in trouble. Like, like, it's sad. Don't get me wrong, there is a good, but like, when you say that, like, what do you mean by that? Like, what is good? What is, like, it's not just towards a goal, right? It's your foundation, all that stuff. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They just say whatever the fuck they want. The left's allowed to do whatever they want, and we just let them do it. That's the problem. People need to start smacking people in the face when they fucking start getting mouthy. People are way too comfortable be doing, like, talking shit on the internet that they wouldn't do in real life. Or even on, like, live air, like, streams. Like, they're too bold because no one can actually hurt them. They're not even bold, they're retarded. It's stupidity and boldness mixed into one. It's just dumb. And it's a lot of people, dude. It's a lot of fucking people. Man. It's kind of sad, too. Like, it's just because they're dumb. They're like, and they're not dumb in the sense like IQ or whatever. Because, like, I've met Down syndrome people that are smarter than half these fuckers. Like, it's just they're dumb. Like, they don't know or do anything. I know it's not everybody. I know it's not even most people. There's a lot of fucking people, man, who are they're just not real people. They're just like bots who don't think. Maybe I am one of those. Maybe I am. But, I mean, the warnings have always been there. for all this shit, and like nobody paid attention to him. But like I've been paying attention to him since I was in middle school, and it's like, how did you guys not see this coming? Like, what are you bitching about? Like, how did you what? You know, since we did were a bad idea, then we should probably stop doing them. Yeah, come on, man. It's just dumb. Like, good. Overall, good would be that the country runs fucking normally. There isn't a shit ton of crime. People aren't killing people left and right. Random acts of violence are so rare that it just doesn't even happen. Like, it just doesn't fucking happen. That's how rare it is. Like, it's like a once in like every few years kind of thing. Like a crazy person got out of a psych ward or something, and like stab somebody. Like, that's what that should be. But no, it's now we're just like, people are just stabbing people for no fucking reason. Like, all the time. There's obviously cultures here that aren't mixing very well. It's been that way for a long time, guys. Like, a long fucking time. It's everybody. It's not just like one race or one whatever or sex or whatever. It's fucking everybody. Everybody is psychotic now.
What the fuck? Don't watch, okay, bet. He got assassinated.
Apparently, Kai Cenat got shit for feeling bad about the Charlie Kirk thing because he's not in the political sphere, really. So that sucks. I mean, he doesn't, like, do anything bad. Pro or against him. I just find it insane that we're stuck in this world where it's like, bruh, can we, like, not? Like, can we just not do that? Because I've actually had this shit happen, right? Like I see people on the internet that talk shit, and like when they're in front of me, I'm just like, what are you gonna do about it? Just smack you upside your fucking head like the dumb asshole you are. I mean, that was a big problem with Trump. Like, his presidency soured with me the second he had that fucking meeting with the Ukrainian guy, Zelensky. Not that I had a huge favorable of him this time around anyways. I knew he was going to do at least neocon shit. But like, if like there's a reason why I couldn't be president, because if any leader of any fucking country talked to me the way he talked to Trump that day in the White House, I would have shot him myself. Like, dude. That's why I was like, dude, stop being a bitch. At least fucking smack him. I would have shot him. I would have walked over to Secret Service and give me your gun. And just went, pow. That's fucked up, but it's true. Like, you can't do that to people in power, dude. You can't. Like, you genuinely can't do that. I mean, that shit is brutal. It is. It's just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like all this shit, stop worrying about what other people say. It gets lonely, but it's like, dude, I don't. Especially sides that like have nothing in common with you. Like, stop caring about those people. Just don't. Like, you can't. I just don't get how like I'm pretty calloused, right? Like I'm not broken up about this. It's just like the right now is just either gonna die or something, right? Like something's gotta happen. It's just crazy to me how we're stuck there. I don't like Vance. He's all right. It's just this is my same problem with like Fuentes, like one of them. Like he looks like a little fucking twink. Like shut up. You should. I know he's a Marine, but it's like, dude. Like, did you even do anything over there? Like, no offense, but like I just appearances matter, man. Like, see, in my view, the way I think the presidency and all office jobs, by the way, all of them, every single fucking one of them, right? What was I? Oh, the fucking. I was reading the chat and I was like, I got distracted. Fuck. Yeah, all of them. Just like, yeah, the thing that should happen for how presidency and like how you get elected to office and shit is, I'm not kidding. There should be primaries, like, you know, primaries like we have now. Like, so the Republicans vote for whatever Republican and the Democrats vote for whatever Democrat, right? And then I think they should have to fight to the death with their bare hands to take the position of that office. Like, that's how I think it should happen. Because I'm not saying no one in the government's strong. It just doesn't fucking seem like it. Sure as hell doesn't fucking seem like it. They bend, fucking mold every fucking thing that they have to. What's Matt Walsh going on about? So his thing was just bombs. Fuck these people. Matt Walsh, he's so matter of fact. Everything he says is hilarious. Just because he's so matter of fact about it. Like, there's no like expression. He's just like, this is what it is, right? Like, this is what it is. And then like, he's just like solid face, straight face the whole time. And it's like that's why it's funny. Like, why he's funny. Like, people get mad when I say that. Like, no, he's objectively funny. Like, you walk up to a trans person and be like, you're not trans, you're a dude. And it's like, dude trying to be a girl. And with like a straight face, no reaction whatsoever when you say it to them, and their reaction, he still has no fucking reaction. It's the funniest shit ever. Like, what do you mean? It's hilarious. Like, he's not funny in the sense like, haha, that was hilarious. It's just like, he just walked up to a trans person and said they were a man, because they are. Man, the amount of fucking shit going on. It's ice. That's why. I am out of tea. Just ice. Man. Shit show on Twitter. hell is this? I went to look to see what if Owen Schroyer said anything about this. Alex Jones is a fucking bitch now, man. Oof, is he a bitch? He's just a bitch. Oh man. If he didn't say anything, I'd be surprised. I mean, I'm sure he said something on Twitter. He's a little too soft, too. He's been reporting on it, essentially. He hasn't really said any like of his personal takes. Really. Besides, like, rest in peace and God bless you and your family. Things like that. He made the same point I made. The whole right is Charlie Kirk, by the way. It's just a metaphor for that. Be a lot of people who are celebrating for no fucking reason. The worst part about it is that I think they know something happened. They just create a Charlie Million. Oh, so this guy's replying to another guy, and this is I had to show you this. Let me zoom in on it. Actually, I'll just click on it. I mean, they just got rid of the center right. They're either going to be a liberal or you're going to be right wing. The way it's going to be now. I'm cool with death penalties. I don't really. I don't really care how it happens. Like, that's of no consequence to me at all. Like, I'm just like, oh, it should be a thing, and I don't care how they do it. Like, that's how it works for me. That's kind of one of those takes. The spam thing. Nightbot, calm down. But that's my take on capital punishment. Yeah. No, you're good. I was yelling at Nightbot because Nightbot's being silly. I don't care if emojis are spammed. Just Nightbot's being Nightbot. If you get kicked by it, I'll let you back in. I don't care. It's just... But now, like, this whole thing just sucks. Like, it's just going to make things worse. Like, that's the worst part about it. Like, you know, a father, besides the actual worst part, which is a father being taken away from his children, which is always bad, no matter how old your father is and how old you are. It just is worse when they're not even like 5 or whatever, or adult or whatever. So it's just kind of sad that, and like, it's just going to make things worse. That's the thing. Like, right? Like, nothing's going to get better because of this shit. It's just going to get worse. And my kid has to grow up in it. And I don't mind, like, him having to deal with this guy kind of stress. It's just, like, it's not fair. I didn't have that stress as a kid. My biggest stress when I was a kid, his age, was deciding whether or not what to do for a living. Although I'll tell you right now, if there ever is any conflict here, he's going to be one of the worst. So stay the fuck away from him. Because he's very right wing. I didn't even teach him that. He was allowed to form his own opinion. He didn't know my political beliefs until like recently, when he asked. After I talked to him about it, I asked him what, and it's all just from experience. Like, it's all just from being in schools. It's all just from being like, just the amount of like disdain he has for like a lot of people because of like the way they act, the things they do and don't do, the just like, he's very not judgmental, he's very strict in his moral code. I'm sure to loosen up a little bit by the time he leaves high school, but I got really lucky with a good kid. All right, see you later, man. Fucking, some of the things I see online, I'm just like, dude, what? What's up? Yeah, it was pretty quick. It's usually how those things go, man. It kind of sucks because it's like, dude, you want to be like why? It doesn't matter. It already happened. Like, there should be justice for him. Don't get me wrong. It's just. It's just kind of sad that that's kind of what we're dealing with. Like, I wish I was old enough to at least try to enact change before my son was born. And by that I mean like cultural ends. Because like it's crazy to me that like we went from a culture that was so like normal, I guess you would say. That, or normal for the time especially, like, yeah, some of it was degenerate. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not sitting there saying it wasn't. But like, dude, like we went from a culture of Jackass and like fucking the Boondocks show and like offensive ass shit that's hilarious, by the way, and doesn't matter who they were making fun of because they were making fun of everybody. So like, it wasn't like a one-sided slight. It wasn't like, it was actually like funny, even if those people didn't like them. You know what I mean? Now it's just straight up retarded bullshit. And everybody's like, well, it's because it's tribal. It's like, oh yeah, it's tribal. That's just human, way humans work. Right? I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of difference going forward. We're going to see what happens, but something's got to change because a Canadian man was arrested for DUI and no license after driving a child's pink Barbie Jeep to the gas station. That's hilarious. Let's see. Does anyone have any news on this? Short video would be nice. Even this guy put up something, and it was like, that guy. I don't really see that guy ever. I think everybody's just done, dude. I mean, people who I don't ever really see, I'm seeing again. Like, because I don't watch them often. They had like one good video, and I watched it. At least in my opinion. Doesn't mean that they make shit videos. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they just pushed us to Weimar Germany. That's all we are right now, guys. Like, it's quite literally what we are. You know what I'm saying? What's the new Fugazi podcast got to say about Charlie?
Look at these numbers. But here, it's the white
Oh, he's talking about something else. About that right now. Hold up. All right. See what Harry from the quartering has to say. He says something about an it being caught. Being caught.
Him perhaps prematurely, but all police and other coverage has referred to this as a male wearing blue jeans, and he was taken alive, which I did not expect. In fact, I feel like our government failed in that aspect. But that's neither here nor there. My name's Jeremy. This is quartering, covering this both on my main channel as well as my secondary channel because it's hard to keep up. And so I'm literally uploading from one channel to the next channel to the next channel. So notifications get sent. So the Jeremy Hamley channel, I just uploaded the media's reaction to Charlie Kirk. Going to be talking a little bit about the political leanings allegedly of the individual that took Charlie Kirk's life there after this video. There's so much to cover. I'll be on this all night long. Make sure you keep it locked in, and we get justice for Charlie Kirk. So I shared in a video earlier that it appeared that the individual was still on the roof after the event. Based on the audio, I believe it was after the event. Because you can hear what they're saying. I'm fighting through some major internet problems here, but we're trying to make do. We'll go while that loads. Turning Point USA has officially announced it. So the heavy heart, we can confirm that James Charles Kirk has lost his life during the Turning Point USA's American Comeback Tour campus event at Utah Valley University on September 10th, 2025. May he be received into the merciful arms of our loving Savior who suffered and died for Charlie. We ask that everyone keep his family loved in your prayers. When I saw the initial video, I was pretty clear there was no chance of survival. But look at this. Look at you would think that. Look at him up there. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying? He just ran from over the finger. From over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying. No, they stopped, but they didn't say anything. They stopped, but they didn't say anything. Again, here you can see, shortly you can see him standing here and running across the roof.
He might have his own.
It was a long target.
You'd be surprised.
Had to get incredibly lucky or be incredibly skilled to pull this off. In fact, there are a lot of people, which I'm discussing in the other video, some more theories. I try to keep only to what was known here on the main channel, but there are many people that believe that there's more than one person involved, which we're going to talk about. Again, Mark Mitchell, 200 yards. Someone knows what they're doing. Per multiple federal sources, Homeland Security investigators, HSI agents in Utah have responded to the location. We know this, and we actually have this particular description. Right, this description of Laura Loomer saying this was a professional hit, someone with training who knew how to fire from a sniper's nest and then escape undetected. It could be on their way to take other out.
You disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot to think about in that message from the White House there, Gabe. And we're going to leave this show pondering what we've just heard, what we've seen throughout this day. Gabe, thank you so much for being with us. Where our country goes next, we shall see. For now, our prayers also go out to Charlie Kirk's family, his wife, his 2 young kids, and the victims of hate and violence all across this country. I'm Gotti Schwartz, and special coverage of this developing story continues right now. We're coming on the air with the shocking assassination of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk.
That he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayer